Hey guys, this video I'm gonna talk about how to overcome the 10 more minutes effect when we scroll on social media or when we watch one more video. And what we do is we basically procrastinate or we overthink about the things that we want to do, and so we waste time. Now, you've probably tried many things, right? Just like me. We tried deleting social media, we tried putting blocked apps, we tried to do challenges with friends. And the thing is, you cannot destroy distractions. You can only learn how to control yourself, because distractions are always going to be there. If you delete Instagram, there's going to be TikTok. And if you delete TikTok, there's going to be Facebook. There's going to be on the street, there's many drugs, alcohol, partying. Life is full of distractions. The goal is not to limit distraction, but to learn how to control yourself on how you can stop getting distracted. Now, this video is not to hook you, not to sell you anything. It's not to put music or to cut my space between each sentence so you will be more engaged in the video. This video is about how you can gain control, so you don't limit distraction, you don't get distracted, but you control yourself. And as a result, you will have more confidence, you'll have more energy, you will stop waste time, and you actually do the things you're supposed to do, and you're going to feel better about yourself. You'll have more peace with yourself, trust in yourself. And this is what I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's get into it. Why are we doing that? Why are we scrolling? Why are we doing the thing that we know we shouldn't be doing? Most people think it's about dopamine, which is true, it's about dopamine, but there's a deeper layer to that. Because we know we shouldn't do these things. We know we should post content, work on something that makes us happy, go for a walk, train in the gym. Then why are we delaying things by scrolling on social media? Because they know how our brain works. That's why they make a lot of money, because they know how our brain works. And so if we don't control the brain and the brain control us, what the brain wants is to scroll on social media. It wants to see more videos. And so it's really important to go deep and understand why. There is 5 things your brain wants. He wants to reproduce, which is basically having sex. He wants to eat. He wants to have connection, tribe, environment. And now the catch here is that the 2 other things he wants is to save energy, and he wants to get as much information as he can while saving energy. Now you can write this down. If you haven't written it down, it's important for you to take a pen and a paper and write these things down, because it's very important to understand how our brain works, right? So we can control it better. So this is the 5 things he wants. Now, if he wants to save energy and he wants more information, where will he go? Where there is the most information and where we can save energy? Obviously your phone, right? Sex, you can just jerk off while watching porn. Save energy, more information, right? It's way harder to go and actually approach women. Tribe, it's very easy to scroll and see other people, to connect with other people on social media. It's way more easier than go to real life and actually connect with people. And so this is what the brain wants. And if you're not going to have control over what the brain wants, the brain is going to control us. Now, the brain wants to get his wants and need while saving energy and while getting as much information. Now, the catch is that there's the thing that we need. And so take a pen and a paper and write these things down. What's more powerful than what you want? There's one more thing that's more powerful than what you want. And you can try to think what it is. And I'm going to tell you now what it is. What's more powerful than what you want is what you expect from yourself. Okay? And so if you want to train in the gym, to not waste time on social media, if you expect from yourself to scroll on social media, expectation is more powerful than what you want. So you will still scroll. Okay? And so what's more powerful than what we want is our expectation. But even if you might expect from yourself to not waste time on social media, there's much more things that's more powerful than expectation. So there is want, there is expectation, then there's one more thing. And you can guess what it is. 3, 2, 1. What's more powerful than expectation is your beliefs. If you believe that you need to scroll on social media, If you believe that you are not the kind of person who can do something with yourself, and you believe that you will go and scroll on social media, belief is more powerful than what you want, and what's more powerful than your expectation, right? But there's one more thing that's more powerful than what you believe in. And you can guess again, what is the thing that you believe? Because you can believe in yourself that you can do the right things for you, that you don't scroll on social media, that you train in the gym, that you do the thing that makes you happy. You expect from yourself you want it, but what's more powerful than what holds you back? And you probably already know it, it's your identity. If you don't see yourself as the kind of person who do the right things, who is going to the gym, who is not wasting time on social media, then you will not scroll. But if you see yourself as the kind of person who scroll, who struggle, who overthink, who procrastinate, you will not be able to break that loop, because identity is the most powerful thing than all these things. But you're probably asking yourself, but I see myself as the kind of person who don't scroll, right? Just like me. I didn't see myself as the kind of person who scrolled. I believed in myself, and I still scroll on social media. Why? Lastly, the one thing that's more powerful than all of these things is your need. What's more powerful than what you want is what you need. And there is 4 needs of our human brain, okay? Now, hopefully you're pacing up. If you are not pacing up, go again. Make sure to write this thing down so you will know why you're scrolling and how you can overcome it. So, to recap it, if you see yourself as the kind of person, you believe in yourself that you will not scroll. If you need something from scrolling, you will still scroll. Now, what is that we need from scrolling? Let's talk about it. There's 4 needs of our human brain. Write this down. 4 needs. Love and connection, that's 1. Significance, that's 2nd one. Significance, which is the feeling of being important, okay? Significance. And then 3rd one is certainty, and then 4th one is uncertainty. That is NLP based. This is 4 needs of our human brain. And so if you might need something from social media, you will still scroll. And so let's look into it. What do we need by social media? Uncertainty, the need of adventure, not knowing what's gonna be the next reel. That gives us uncertainty. Certainty that we're gonna feel good, right? Certainty that nothing's gonna happen by scrolling. We get some certainty. And then what is else? Significance. You feel significance too. Sense of importance. Even if you can't see it, at the moment when you see that reel or when you watch that porn, people are talking to you. Hey, you're doing great. Giving you motivation, giving you inspiration. You can do it. I believe in you. You feel some sense of importance even though you don't do anything. You feel important. You feel significance. Love and connection, of course. Social media. Seeing the people that you admire, right? Porn. Same thing. And so the brain wants to save energy, more information, to get all his needs that he can get from social media. That's how important it is to control our brain and control our body. Now, what's the catch? The catch is to control your brain and your body. But how you can do it? First, you must understand the need. Ask yourself when you go on social media, what need am I looking to get? There is a big need of men, especially also women, of uncertainty. Why? Because you wake up at the same time every day, you go to the same places, you eat at the same place, you go to the sleep at the same time, you watch the same show. There's so much certainty, so much boredom of doing the same things over and over again, and we don't have much excitement, much adventure, much uncertainty, which is the need of uncertainty, of not knowing what's going to happen. And so instead of going outside for a hike, it's easier to scroll on social media and get uncertainty, and that's just one of them. And so every time you're about to scroll on social media, or about to watch that extra YouTube video, to jerk off the porn, ask yourself, what need am I getting? Did I have uncertainty today? Did I get some love and connection? And then ask yourself, what will be a better way of meeting my needs? Will it be really scrolling social media, feeling like shit? Or will it be maybe going and approach some people on the street, calling my family, meeting my girlfriend or my loved ones to get some love and connection? Uncertainty, maybe going for a walk, right? Climbing a mountain. Maybe you can get uncertainty from your walk, of not knowing what's going to happen in your walk. So write those needs down. It's so important to write them down. That's what I do with all my clients, that I help them overcome procrastination and overthinking and gain control. over themselves and their bad habits. Write this down, understand this thing. And every time you're about to do something that doesn't help you, when you're about to self-sabotage, ask yourself, what need am I getting? In coaching space, it's very common. This is the reason why people self-sabotage themselves. They have a need. Why people argue with each other? Because they have a need of uncertainty usually, right? Love and connection, feeling significance, feeling important. You can feel significance by actually doing something that helps the world, or you can complain and ask for help and then feel significance that you're important to this world. And so in coaching, it's called secondary gain. There's always a need of why we are self-sabotaging ourselves. There's always a need. That's a bad way of finding the need, and now all you need is to transition to a good way of finding the need. I don't care how disciplined you are, how strong you are, how strong your identity. If you still get a need from self-sabotaging yourself, discipline will not help. There's gotta be a way of replacing the need, okay? And so be aware of that. Be deliberate every time you're about to open your phone. Ask yourself, what need am I getting, okay? It's so important. Now, the next step for you is to really gain control. Because when you're really angry or when you're really frustrated and you feel that sadness inside you, it's so hard, like you understand, okay, there is a need that I'm getting, but you just still want to do it because it's this bad habit, it's this urge, right? And so the next step is to gain awareness of that urge and be aware of it and control that urge, which comes to control your body and your mind. And that's the second step. The first step is to get awareness, which is what we did today, of why are we doing these things. Now, if that helped for you, make sure to like and subscribe. But next video, I'm gonna show you how really you can gain control over the mind and the body. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. And if you do wanna take a step further and you want to learn more, I run a 5-day challenge with everyone who wants to learn more for free. So you walk with me for 5 days for free and I'll help you overcome that. If you wanna get some extra help and you're serious, go ahead to my Instagram and DM me challenge and I'll send you details. But if not, it's okay. Next video I'm gonna talk more about it, on how you can gain control, okay? Hopefully that was helpful. Let me know in the comments how helpful was that for you, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.